Day 2 of the Land-Rover Series 1 trip dawned crisp and clear at the Rangiwahia base camp, as we all gathered together to find the first patch of sun for the driver's briefing.
Right, now what was I going to say?
Convoy rules? That's a good start.
No, I think everyone heard you yesterday, John. I think yesterday's was the worst shamble we had as far as trying to keep everyone together. So we'll try and do better today.
The same for 100% correct today.
Yep.
Today we're going to head west towards the Rangiwahia. We'll do sort of some country roads and end up at a place called White Cliff Boulders.
Plan to get back here about 3 o'clock.
Yep.
And play on to birds.
Today we're heading out southwest down the Rangiwahia Valley on sealed roads before hitting the dust on Peep-O-Day Road to follow a series of ridges and valleys and a massive loop to eventually strike the Rangiwahia River for our lunch stop.
What's that, Dave? We've got a severe bus just coming up the top of this hill, so she's running like a hairy dog.
It wasn't long before we started to encounter more issues with the condensers in the distributor, causing the engines to misfire. Finding new old stock has become a bit of a grail quest for many series owners.
What was wrong with it?
The points have just closed up.
Spoke too soon. Swapped the condenser out and we're off again. We had quite a list of places to see and things to do today, most of which we failed to achieve, but suspect no one really noticed. We headed into the thriving metropolis of Rangiwahia with its immaculately kept community hall and fire station.
Yeah, that's all, folk.
Before turning into Peep-O-Day Road. Back in 1996, myself and some mates participated in the Manawatū coast-to-coast four-wheel drive safari, and we drove for hours, well, so it felt, along Peep-O-Day Road, and here we are again, same road, same vehicle, and same stunning views all the way north to Mount Ruapehu. A reprieve from the dust while the tyre is changed.
This is actually following a bike trail. See that green line on there? It's actually a bike trail.
Yeah, I can make 6K if we keep going. Yeah, let's keep going.
On the Manawatū trip there.
Peep-O-Day Road does eventually end as we continued on to Manawatū Road, Otara Road and finally, cough gag, Peka Road, where we entered a farm to visit the White Cliff Boulders on the side of the Rangiwahia River.
Gate by water tank stays open. Roger that.
Well, I have got to make this
Closed, over. Roger, yes please, that's open towards me. Thank you. I know where you're going.
Due to more condenser issues and a pesky leaking tyre, the day had got away on us, so our morning stop became our lunch stop, which was supposed to be the Manawatū Cafe after visiting a retreat in the old Manawatū power station.
It was meant to be morning tea, but we're running behind, so if you want to have lunch, that's fine, but there's no cafes here.
No, we'll have a cup of tea.
How much fuel are we going to need to get back?
Right, the
Not much.
farmer has
Gone up.
Yeah, originally I was going to backtrack, but no, we've knocked about 30 k's off the trip, so.
Oh, no.
Fuel do you need?
Eh?
How much fuel you got?
Probably about quarter of a tank.
The White Cliff Boulders are a calcite concretion, the same as the Maoraki boulders down south. They're formed when sedimentary rock becomes in contact with a cementing material, like taking a syringe of glue and injecting it into a sandpit. The resulting clump of glue-bound grains hold together while the surrounding softer material is eroded away, exposing these freaks of nature. The location of this concentration of large mud rock boulders is quite surreal, among a thick grove of titoki and rimu on the banks of the Rangataiki. Following munch, morning tea and lunch at 1 p.m, the farmer kindly allowed us to press on through their farm to scale some razorback ridges, to pop out of Manawatū Road and make our way across the river to State Highway 1 just west of Manawatū.
There. One job, eh? One job.
Thank you.
just in case.
Okay. I'm getting it out. Where you go?
Getting yeah, right in front, just pulling right over, hard off the road, over.
Oh, what?
Yeah, vehicle behind me, can you just back up a bit, please? Because I need to back up slightly.
Cowboy hat. Blackberry.
The weather today was very hot and dry, but if proof was needed to show how different this area would be in winter, Rod pulled off the side of the road only to slide sideways into the water table. Due to the viscosity of the clay, recovery is not so straightforward. Many of the roads would be impassable in a few months' time.
Just slowly, slow it down. There you go.
Some of the chaps stopped at Manawatū to top up their tanks, while others made their way across to a cafe on the far side of the Rangiwahia for an ice cream, while some that could follow instructions were on the other side of the river at the camp, but not in the correct muster station. It's like herding cats, I tell you. Anyways, camp leader eventually found us and rounded everyone up at the upper Manawatū camp, but of course we're all parked at different angles, so jammed in like a timber wedge, and it's hard to back out with poor visibility. Give me strength. But we finally got our ducks in a row and headed back across the river and out via Ruahine Road. Once we climbed back to the top of the ridge, the valleys open up, and here we stopped at Manawatū Rural Retreat to pay our respects to a couple of hard-working, or was it hardly working, Series 1s.
Our host, David. Wait.
Hello, David. Oh, we're going to have an auction here too.
That what, for firewood?
No, for the other Land Rover I've got. And Guy and myself are alright.
People might fall in.
Yeah, guards might fall off.
Yep, he's in a look.
I'm sorry, the only thing that is a genuine Land Rover is
Let's check out this next vehicle. That's funny.
We got time.
Don't put your finger.
Respect paid, we scampered back to base camp for an urgent medicinal beer to remove our own calcite concretions from the back of our throats.
You off? Catch you next time.
See you again.
What do you reckon?
Doing that for us, but
Our hosts, the McDonald family, provided a great vegetarian dinner for us in the camp kitchen, complete with a dessert, as stories of barn finds and rescued from the scrap heap Series 1s carried us on late into the night.
I would like to thank the McDonald family for a lovely meal. And being a wonderful host over weekends. We'll be well looked after. No.
Okay, I'll just thank everyone for pulling me out of my comfort zone and getting me to discover what was in my own backyard. So it's been a really interesting and helpful journey to us. So, and also I'd just say thanks to Hamish for plumbing the depths of where Land-Rovers can go.
Or can't.
Yeah, or can't, yeah.
It nearly ended in divorce.
Again.
Yeah.
Brian, those who were on the Taranuri run last year, Brian and Sue, the couple that came from the English couple that were in South Africa. You've been in contact with them, have you? They would like to say hello to everyone, knowing that we're running another trip this year. So they thoroughly enjoyed themselves last year, Taranuri. And now it comes down to who's got some ideas of where we're going next year.
I still reckon Taranaki. We haven't actually done the Taranaki area.
Yay, vote for Taranaki.
Adam suggested I need to say a few words because Leon doesn't always do what he needs to do, and more importantly, he doesn't really thank himself because I think we all know that this is all held together by Leon. He's been doing it for 12 years now, isn't it?
Yeah,
About that. We thought also, of course, Doug and Irene have done a great job doing the local bit. Irene's been very patient with Doug. Although sometimes we can hear things on the radio today which they're never on mute, you know. And I found out the spy from Instagram. It's a guy who says he has a Series 1 Land Rover, but it's not here at the moment. And he seems to think that he should be allowed to come along next year. And he says if he does that, he'll take photographs and he'll share them with us. But he'll only share photos with people who like his photographs. So we have to have a vote about whether we allow Ollie to come next year or not. I mean, obviously the fact
I'm watching to see who votes for what. No, I thought my thoughts were as official trip photographer.
What? What did you say?
Official trip photographer, I should be able to come for free, right?
Oh, hang on. Who made an official photographer?
I did!
And the other thing I need to recognise is Bert. Now, I'm not recognising Bert as Tailend Charlie, I'm recognising Bert as Mr. Fix-It Man.
Yes, yes.
So, there are 28 owners in this room, and between us, we own 117 and a half Land Rovers.
What's the half one? Is that your ex?
So, let's need a good lawyer.
I'll take one for your Land Rovers.
Okay, that's fine. So we need to get Ian Foster, Kevin, and Rob Neal. Stand up, please. You guys own 11 each, so you guys are maxed out. So somebody can
Plenty of room in the shed, bud. Plenty of room in the shed.
And between us, the final statistic for today is that we own 55 and a half Series 1s, so that forms about 45% of our ownership. So how about that? So I look forward to reporting back in a year's time.
It was our last day, and it was a sombre crew who peeled their way across the compound to head to all points of the compass. Since we missed out on visiting the remains of the Manawatū power station and the abandoned railway tunnel high above Manawatū, we thought we'd check it out on our way home. Manawatū was one of the first towns along the North Island Main Trunk Railway to have electricity. Being an old railway town, work was started in 1911 to provide the 600 residents with power, water and a sewage system. In 1981, the North Island Main Trunk Railway line was diverted from the geographically unstable land on the hillside above Manawatū to just behind the town on the flat land below. This diversion also removed a couple of high-maintenance steel viaducts, including the Manawatū Viaduct. It is the most recent and most significant deviation of the North Island Main Trunk since it was opened in 1909. Today you can walk the old railway line through the tunnel that connects to the viaduct. the remains of which can be seen on just north of Manawatū on State Highway 1.
We're not talking about diesels, we're talking about steam trains, eh? Full of passengers get gassed.
The decision to move the line must have been a good one, as the tunnel is blocked by a landslide at the far end.
Alright, that ends our tour.
Not sure how we got in front of the group that left the camp before us, but they were just pulling in as we were leaving the tunnel above Manawatū. Thank you to all the attendees, the McDonald family for the use of their camp, Leon and Doug for their reconnaissance work, and I hope to catch up with you all next year, wherever that may be. Thanks for watching.